usually play around 6 o'clock, see if anyone's game. Connection looks good here. Hey, Akeem. I might do it this time. Like, last time I streamed, I was doing that, and nobody actually took me up on it. So it kind of like didn't work out too well. I don't know. Um, I'll probably net play for a while. Like, if people really want to do the coaching thing, just let me know, and I'll probably do it. But I don't know. Like last time, it was kind of a bust. So let me know if you guys can hear me clearly, because I have a like I used to use one of those snowball mics that was like on a tripod. So when I was playing, I had to hunch over and talk right into the mic, because with those kind of microphones, like if you're not close to it, it doesn't pick up your voice, and it kind of makes it harder to play when I have to do that. And I have a headset now, and I can just like the volume's low. Okay, let me try to fix it. It's really annoying. uh, all right, I just boosted it some. Let me know if it helps. If not, I'll just talk louder. Did it get it significantly louder or not? It's annoying because the mic's like right on my mouth. I don't know. I have like the OBS setting to 200%. Oh, this guy's connection seems like it's ass. Yeah, it's like it's noticeably slow feeling. He's gonna DP. He tried the DP and missed the input. I hate when that happens. Like you go to bait it, and you see them like wake up with hard slash, and you're just like, I know that was a DP, dude. I shouldn't have. I didn't need to RC that. Like, all right, cool. I'm warming up this one. So if I lose, it's a warm up. All right, the connection got better at least. I'm gonna dead angle this. He's looking for it though. Fucking knew he was gonna TP. I should have just baited it. I changed my mind on the dead angle because like I could tell he was looking for it, and it would have just wasted all my meter. I was able to FD and get it some space instead. I did that combo instead of the split seal because the spacing was a little bit weird, and I felt like if I tried to do the real combo, I didn't think it was gonna connect, so I did that. That gives a little bit more damage, but it gives no knockdown. It's not ideal, but the thing was like I was based on the distance. I thought that other combo wouldn't give me a knockdown anyway, so I felt like that was a little bit better. The connection's good now. It started out like 5 frame delay. It's at 2 frame now. I don't know what happened. I jinxed it. It's actually really dangerous to jump like that against Fafnir, because Fafnir does catch jumps. I just did it early enough. I had an IB and I did it really early, but this guy's neutral game is not very. He's gonna DP. I made it too obvious. I was baiting there. Fuck. He's gonna burst. I'm just gonna let it happen. I was trying to throw a lot. I don't know. Yeah, he presses buttons, but he also doesn't use his normals really. He just kind of he jumps a lot. He does a lot of Fafnir, a lot of Bandit Bringer, not a lot of like far slash and stuff like that. So that was a spectator bug, I think. His burning LED started spectating right at the end, so he probably got bugged out and then he just closed the game. Yeah, like you can just see he doesn't really use his normals. Okay, he dropped his dust loop there. I tried to throw him after that. It's a greedy thing I try to go for a lot. Come on. That was a terrible backdash. I was worried he was going to try to throw me again, and I just tried to backdash him, but it was kind of a... Eh. He kind of adapted that time. I could have comboed him with stun dipper there. I just was a little bit unsure about the range, so I hesitated, and then it was too late. But that fucking always hits people. I don't even like know what they're doing. Why is it hitting them? Just like 5k2s is a frame trap, but like the actual 5k ends up hitting people a lot, and it's just like I think they're trying to throw because they think I'm close enough that they can just throw me, and so then they're just getting hit by the 5k. He's gonna. I shouldn't have far S there. The Yeah, so he goes for 5D a lot. He doesn't really understand how to do. I mean, he knows how to frame trap with Fafnir, obviously, but he doesn't have like other kinds of pressure. Like, see, he either has to go for that or 5D or a command grab, basically, to get anything to work, and it makes it really kind of easy to read him. Oh fuck me! It's not gonna. Oh, it did hit. Okay. I wasn't trying. I'm trying to micro dash. Whenever I get that 5D, I'm not going for it. DP. Yeah. You know he's gonna DP because he's in Dragon Install. Like he can't not DP if he's gone into Dragon Install. It's just kind of the mindset you're in. Once you've done a Dragon Install and wake up, you're probably gonna DP and wake up the next time you get knocked down. I don't really want to play this guy that much. I might play in like 2 more matches and just leave because it's not the best match. Oh, Chinatown's right here. He's probably gonna try to play me. Yeah. Chinatown is a Kai player that's a lot better than me. Of course he matched that. See the thing, like here's the thing. I hadn't tried to throw this guy ever. I think no, I threw him like 1 time, but I've almost never gone for throws, and he's mashing jab like after everything I do. So now I'm gonna do this. Okay, it didn't work, but I'm just scumbagging this guy right now because I don't care. Like I was mashing jab there. I thought he was gonna 5D. I think I didn't mash it hard enough because mashing it should have got me out of that. I think. Fuck me. I forward dashed like briefly. That's why I got hit by that. He's gonna DP. Yeah. Burst. It's like super obvious. Yeah, you can switch the game to Rev 1. I just probably wouldn't do it, like, because then my 6, then everything's like a little bit off. But if like your friends have it or something, you can do that. Yeah. Fuck me, he's gonna DP. Of course he's gonna DP every time, right? Okay, I need to back. I'm trying to jab out of that and it's not working. I should probably be more familiar with the frame data on that or something, but I'm surprised that didn't get him. was just talking to my friend like on his stream, and he was playing against this really bad Kai that was just like doing random shit, and I was like trash talking the Kai, and he was like defending him and saying like, "Come on, man, people have to learn at their own pace," and blah blah blah. And it just was kind of like, I don't know, I just disagreed with him. Like, I know people are always learning, but when you play a certain way, it shows that you're not really trying to learn. You're just trying to just scrape out a win however you can. So Chinatown's really good, but he does, you know, he has a different mindset about the game than I do. So like he'll cheese out Greed Severance shit as much as he can until you prove to him that it's not gonna work, that you can actually punish it consistently. No, that was bad. You know, I'm not sure, Cam. Like usually when I punish Soul's TP, it's not a counter hit. But yeah, that last time I punished it, it was a counter hit, and I don't know what was different there. Like maybe I'm always doing it late. Um, maybe he actually, maybe I did it late that time and he pressed the button. I'm not quite sure what happened. Yeah, so he knows I'm. Okay, he's gonna DP, but no, he's not. I did at least find out since the last time I played against. Oh man, the last time I played this guy, I didn't realize that 2K was like I knew you could low profile Kai's DP, but I couldn't figure out which button I should use. I think I figured out that 2K is probably the best one, and he was DPing a lot, so now at least I can like meaty 2K if I think he's gonna DP me. But the problem with that is once you start doing that, they can like low blitz and stuff like that. If they know you're gonna meaty 2K a bunch, they just low blitz. Or what's the frame trap I don't use often enough? The one I just did. Um, because 5H is plus one on block, even if you don't cancel it into anything. So just doing that into anything else is usually quite good. Ugh. That was a good throw. I was looking for an overhead. There we go. Bad, 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 bad. That kind of shit works against really bad people, but it really doesn't work against like people that know what they're doing. Specifically, like just doing a neutral jump like I did, and then just doing a late air dash, like that really against shitty people they just kind of panic block and then they'll block low and you get them with an overhead. But you saw he just did a fireball YRC and just punted. So I've backdashed out of that like 3 times in a row now. I'm expecting him to have caught on to that, and I expect him to do some kind of hard punish next time. So I might not backdash next time. I might just backdash and wait to see what kind of punish he does. Like if he goes for a raw stun dipper. If he has meter though, it's pretty risky. Yeah, that 2K didn't help there. Ugh. There's so much when you RC stun dipper, you get so much fucking frame advantage. It's terrifying feeling. Nah, I shouldn't have jumped there. Fuck. I was so busy instant blocking that I didn't manage to block the overhead. Fuck me. Sorry, my dog is. Yeah, stop that. So this guy, if you look at one of my older matchup or one older video, it was like me versus. I don't remember the title of the video, um, but it was me versus this guy, and I was analyzing the replays, and then he actually responded to the video and gave me feedback on the stuff I was talking about. Um, so he's pretty helpful, but I'm kind of blanking on what he told me. I think like one thing he commented on, I said specifically like when you do a split seal knockdown, I said it's not really ever worth the meter to YRC it to get that 50-50, but he said it is worth it. Um, One reason I say it's not worth it though is because I don't really see Japanese players go for it. Um, it's like, oh fuck me, I went for a mid. Because I feel like, when you go for the YRC there, I feel like it's a little bit better than just running. It's better than doing the non YRC, but I'm questioning, is it worth the 25% meter really? Um, it is strict. I would say it's strictly better to have that mix-up chance than to just run up on them. But I think you have to. Oh, I'm gonna not get to keep playing now, aren't I need to actually focus on the match instead of just like talking about random shit. Yeah. I need to use 3H more like that. I don't do that enough. Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z game, like, here's the thing. I really I get kind of stuck on one game a lot. I'm never really excited about new games, honestly. I kind of just get annoyed when new games come out because it means all the time I spent on whatever game I've been playing is just gonna go. It's not, it doesn't go totally out the window, but like any character specific stuff I've bothered to drill and everything is just, if I play a new game, all that other stuff is gone. Um, the other thing is like, I'm saying this in my last video. Like I'm about to have a kid, so I don't think I'm gonna have time to learn the game. Um, I would be able to play this. Like if I get some downtime, I can just go and play this and have fun with Dragon Ball. To actually get good at it, I think I need to go play it offline. That's how I get good at games. Like you can get good playing online, but really like I like to play offline, and it's just kind of, I don't see myself whenever that game comes out. I don't see myself in a spot where I'm gonna have enough free time to get good at it. Whereas with Guilty Gear, I've already put enough time into it that I can just play a few hours a week or something and still do okay and still learn stuff. But I'm not sure. Yeah, this Raven's not good at all. And when I play this guy again, I'm gonna try to talk less during the match and actually focus on playing him, and then I'll. Oh wow, here we go. Because you really can't, like, if somebody's a lot better than you, you really can't be talking during the match more than a few things. You can't maintain a train of thought and talk about something while trying to play well against somebody that's above your level. All right, he went for a 2S. I think that was trying to punish my backdash. I'm not quite sure. I should have. That was a cowardly block on my part. God damn it. He's not catching that backdash, so I'm just gonna keep doing it until he shows me that he's gonna do it. Okay, that was bad. I don't know what I was thinking there. I should have done a stun for there. If he had mashed out of that, he would have not been hit. So, oh my god, I can't believe he did that. That greed server, I think it hit him standing. That's why he didn't pop up really high. And it's if you hit somebody with greed server standing, you have to combo way earlier. I think that's what happened, or either I just might have fucked the combo up really bad. I'm not quite sure there, but yeah, he made some big mistakes that match. That's my main takeaway from that last match. I think he OS'd punch and sweep there to try to punish my backdash. Is my guess what he did. Oh my god. Fuck me. I should. He's got meter. Not gonna respect the meter too much. Fuck. God damn it. You see that quick FD I do? I just FD really quick, one hit, just to get it off me. I don't need to use all my meter to prevent chip damage and shit. I'm gonna block this, I think. No, I didn't. How long? I don't know until my wife gets annoyed at me, I guess. My I think he was like I'm kind of sloppy on OSs and stuff, but what I think he was doing was he was mashing punch. Like, so he blocked. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second, okay? Fuck me. Ah, it's inevitable in that situation. I tried the DP. It would have worked too. He told me. God damn it, dude. I, I got tilted. That send upper was so fucking stupid. Extremely low. Oh shit. Okay. Uh, Let me see what I can do here. Cause it might just be that I'm talking too quietly, but I've boosted it. Like, let me try to do some stuff though. Thank you for telling me, by the way, because it's really annoying if I do the whole video with shitty audio and I don't realize it. Because I got a new mic. Recording, properties, levels. It's at 100. Microphone boost. Does that help? 10 decibels. Does this sound better? Yeah, so the OS I was talking about, like, okay, the OS you want to do is Kai for sure, is when you try the throw, you almost always want to do slash and hard slash together when on a forward throw, because that way, if you don't get a throw, you don't want 6H to come out, especially in Rev 2. 6H comes out and you project yourself forward, and then they're definitely going to throw, they can punish the shit out of that. It just sounds staticky. Okay, let me reduce the decibel boost a little bit. Better hurry because this guy's gonna lose soon. Wait, it only lets me do 0 or 10. Would you prefer it to be the staticky one or the quiet one? Wait, actually, let me just try it in OBS first before I do that. I do have it already boosted in there, but okay. What about that? I guess. Yeah, you can OS throw with any button, so you can OS it with punch if you want it. Like in the air, I usually. The thing with air throws, like, so I went for a while where I was trying to OS every air throw with punch and hard slash. The problem with OSing air throws that I found is that, like, a lot of times when you're trying to air throw somebody, you're not exactly sure what side they're going to be on when they tech, especially. So a lot of times when I try to OS an air throw, if they end up behind me, I just get an FD flash instead of a grab attempt. So I actually stopped trying to OS my air throws in a lot of situations. Now I only really do it if I'm really sure I'm going to be on one side of them. I'll go for the OS. Otherwise, I just hard input a hard slash. The OS I was talking about that he might be doing, I don't know if it's really an OS, but like say I do 6H on somebody and I think they're going to backdash after the second hit, I'm going to run up and do 2P a bunch and just have and like press slash if I see it connect. It's not, I guess it's not really an OS. I don't know. Like I could have OS that one. It would have made sense too. Oh fuck me. I didn't need to microdash there. I just put myself at the wrong side. I just can't block those overheads. Oh my god, dude. Missed my I missed my air dash. I don't think it would have worked on him anyway, but it never feels good to miss an input and then lose, even if your input wouldn't have worked. I tried to jump out there. It was kind of greedy, I think. Oh my god. I tried to... Okay, I need to stop commentating for a second. DP? No. Fuck. I should have 3H there. I really need to get that in my muscle memory. I knew he was gonna... He was looking for me to fireball, so he was like ready to slide. See, like, I feel like I could have OS sweep there somehow. Just by like... Oh my god. I tried to throw. Fuck. Can you still do that, Ed? Those YRC OSs? I think they took that out after sign. Or is this something else you're talking about? Poke anti-air YRC OS. Oh, I see. Okay, so you would do like 6P YRC. They took out the burst bait YRC thing. So I played, there's a Kai that hangs out on Discord, AOI, I don't know how to pronounce that, AOE, AOE, or something. But, I think it's a she, I don't know. She does like a lot of 2D jump cancels as her pressure, and it actually worked like really well against me. I'm gonna try to do it some against him and see what he does, because she beat me pretty consistently, so I assume it's legit. I remember the last time I played this guy, he couldn't really block overheads either. Um, I'm always so hesitant to like to base my offense so much around like just saying, oh, my opponent can't block overhead, so I'm just going to overhead a bunch. I really don't like to do that, but you know, sometimes you just kind of have to take what you can get. Oh, that was a terrible verse. No conversion. The yeah, so Ed, I should try to use that OS then. When my meter is between red and green. Because that would be nice, especially for like 2H probably. That would be a really good OS, I think. Whoops. Fuck. That's not good. Those kind of clashes are such garbage because like, what can I do compared to what he can do? Oh my god, I'm so dead. How did I not punish that? Oh my god. Getting annoyed. No, that doesn't work. Was he standing again? I couldn't. I don't know. That was really frustrating because I blocked that greed sever and I went for far S and he blocked it or something. Like, I don't know. That was just really annoying. See, he sees that I'm backdashing now, so he's looking for it. I have to be more careful with it. Oh my god, I can't believe that worked. I should have slid. I was gonna YRC that even, and it was just kind of like I was going to YRC, but he punished me before I could even YRC. So that means that it was really bad. Like even if you can't if you something's so unsafe you can't even YRC it, you probably shouldn't do it. Fuck. I can't believe he's like doing that. Does he have a read on me or something, or is it just like some random kind of thing he's deciding to do for some reason? Good dead angle. I swear to God, I blocked that. I should have kicked. I have a meter advantage. I need to utilize it. Bad block. That's a really bad habit I have, and I'm surprised I got away with it there. Is teching and immediately doing an air fireball. It's like it catches people sometimes, but once they know you do that, it's really they can get a really juicy punish on you easily. Oh fuck. This is bad. Fuck. Tried the 6P, just didn't come out fast enough. Yeah, like in this game, you can really one of the best ways to beat a bad player is just to get a knockdown on them and just have good offense, basically. And that can like it takes a lot more effort to be good against their unsafe shit than it does to just have solid pressure against because their defense is usually god awful anyway. So you know, as soon as you get them knocked down, they're not gonna do anything against you that's good. Oh, I should have kicked again. I use jumping hard slash too much when I should be doing jumping kick or jumping punch even. I should. I don't know. He's really got. Um, he's playing very well against me. I don't think he would play like those. I don't think he'd be using those specific kind of strings against other players. But they're really good against me. Like, drop my stun for input. Tried the DP, didn't get it. God damn, those YOCs are just brutal. See, he's looking for that backdash. Fuck. He gets in for free so hard with that. I need to find a way around it. Like, raw stun dipper can get me. What I'm talking about is when he does Fireball YRC, it basically means he gets a free mix-up on me because I just sit there and block it. I need to somehow be more active and neutral so he can't just do it, or I need to actually actively try to slide under those fireballs. The problem is like that happens if you make a prediction rather than a read or a reaction. If I have meter, I can do it, but that's a lot of meter, you know. God damn it. So if I didn't have a burst there, he could just instant killed me, I think. Or I don't know, maybe he didn't have enough meter for it. Oh, that was bad. Just really bad. His seal red. I think it's probably his costume. I'm not sure. I don't actually notice the colors of that kind of stuff usually. Um, yeah, I don't know what I need to do necessarily. Like, he's generally just has good reads on me. It's really hard to play against that. Like, you know, like whenever I go to throw him, he usually DPs. Whenever I frame trap, he blocks. You know, just how it. So I just need to improve the general quality uh, of my play, become less predictable and stuff. There's not really any easy solution to that. God damn it! Like that kind of shit. That's him saying, "I know you're not willing to mash out." Like he's basically yelling that at me, like mash out, dipshit. God, I can't believe that. Oh, that's so brutal. He's trying to IK me or something. I was looking for a stun dipper there. I'm still looking for it. That sucked. I can't believe he DP'd there. Of course. I tried the 2K specifically to get away from the DP and it didn't work. My timing was off. Like his 2K worked there. But yeah, that was, that whole round was an example of just like he plays better than me, and there was no tangible thing that I really could have done other than don't play bad in every little thing that worked for him was a slight little mistiming or misjudgment from me, and he just ran away with it. Yeah, yeah. Whenever you see somebody, wait, will you intentionally eat the move and burst? I mean, the thing with burst, like, okay, if you if you always burst on the first time, as soon as you start getting comboed, if you always burst right away, people are gonna notice that, and then every time they get a hit on you, they can go like right there. If I hit counter hit 2H and my opponent always bursts immediately, I'm gonna counter hit 2H. I'm gonna jump cancel and block the burst, and then get a free combo on you, and then you're not gonna have a burst. That's why a lot of times you actually like want to let them hit you a few times. You're going to take a bit more damage, but you need to make it less predictable. They need to not know when you're going to burst during the combo. Otherwise, they can always just bait it. I mean, there's little things he's doing to me, like when he does a stun for Roman cancel. It's absolutely terrifying because it's so plus. Um, and like every time I'm afraid he's gonna throw me, and he's frame trapped me with it a few times on a counter hit. But it's just he has so much time to be plus. I always feel like I need to press something at some point because if I just block, I'm gonna get I don't know. But that's just one of those examples of something he's doing that's just working better than it should. The You mean like the split seal knockdown when I put the little seal out and put the fireball through it and run up behind it? Yeah, because um, if he decides to burst before I get on him, he's just gonna go up and burst, and then I can run up and punish him when he lands from the burst. But if he bursts when I'm near him, the burst is gonna knock me away. So he needs to wait until I'm on him for it to make any sense to do it. All right, I don't know this matchup at all. Like, I'm actually kind of annoyed that he switched characters at this point because I just don't know what this. I don't really want to learn this matchup right now. So it's just gonna be kind of stupid, honestly. Like, yeah, here we go. Okay. Like, I don't know what his moves do. I don't know what the seals do. Um, I don't understand how his reversal works. Like, I know I need to learn all the matchups eventually, but considering this is like the last thing I can play, I don't really want to learn a new matchup right now. I'm just kind of like, and when you don't know a matchup, like when you don't know a matchup at all, you're just kind of playing like I'm just playing like I'm just trying to do the stuff that I always do, with no like nuance or like reads really. I'm just kind of playing like a really garbage neutral. And then when I get a knockdown, I'm just doing the stuff that I do against anyone else. But that's not really interesting. I don't know. Low profile wake up counter. Okay, cool. I'll try yeah, the thing with this, like, I don't like I have played this character a few times before, but I've never actually played like a very good one. Or if I do play a good one, it's usually for like 2 matches. And like that wake up thing, he teleports away, and it almost seemed like I could air throw it or something, like do a 2P and then just jump and air throw. I don't know. I just didn't get it. God, what was that? Oh my God. Yeah, I mean that wasn't really rewarding, was it? Like I beat him. I don't really know what he was doing. Clearly, he's not that good at the answer because I beat him. It's just kind of like stupid. You know, I don't feel like I beat him. I just feel like uh, I feel like his he doesn't really know that character that well. It's not a DP. It's okay. Here we got a Baiken. I don't know if this Baiken's good. I wasn't paying attention when Chinatown played him. I pretty much always assume a Baiken's not good. Alright. I'm throwing so much because Baiken's never block. Or, I mean, that sounds kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? But because Baiken's always parry, and throw just beats parry, so I just throw a lot. Like, that was an OS, kind of, because I pressed 2P and canceled it into sweep in case that happened. And then, like, when it did, it just immediately swept him out of it. I needed a jump cancel there. Just like this, every Viking has these same like fucking dumb things they do, and it just really gets on my nerves sometimes. Where it's just like I know exactly you think you're being really tricky by doing that thing to run under my fireballs, and then I just start pressing 2S and it catches him out of it every time. Okay, that was fine. I should have supered there. Alright, so do 6H or button into slash DP. Okay, so oh hey Chinatown. I didn't realize that was you. Bait with 2K and go in for counter hit punish. I'm sure the 6H timing is like specific or something. I don't know. Who's wake up? Please like don't use my real name on stream if you know who I am. He's got a full meter. I don't know what that's gonna do. But there's like a chip mix up right there. What was that? Like, I used 2K and I just got hit out of some shit. I don't know. Okay. Why is he not? He's not crouching, I guess, because that just keeps happening when I hit him with the Great Sever. He must be pressing a button, but not getting counter hit, and he's standing or something. I don't know. Oh, that sucked. I tried the dead angle, but he didn't hit me with anything, so I just got 6k. I tried playing Street Fighter 5 for like a few weeks. Um, I just I just really don't like it. Um, the way they changed it to where you never really get a hard knockdown, I hugely dislike that mechanic. Um, they I just honestly like I don't think that Capcom really knows what they're doing anymore. And like I know a lot of people like shit talk them and stuff. I really, I was pretty defensive of Capcom and Street Fighter 4 when everyone, when it was basically like a meme to just shit on Street Fighter, like to say Street Fighter 4 sucked. Everyone loved to do that. Meanwhile, they wouldn't play. There was no other game to play, so everyone was saying how Street Fighter 4 was shit, and then they would go and play like Skullgirls with like two other people, because no, or whatever other like Injustice, whatever flavor of the week game was out, people would play it for like a month and then they would just stop playing it forever. Meanwhile, the serious players were all playing Street Fighter 4. Um, but like, I don't know. It just got to be really. By the time Street Fighter 5 was out, like this game is like a legit alternative. I know it definitely is not like there's not as many people playing it, but if I were gonna play like if you didn't like this game, you could play Tekken. I think Tekken's probably gonna stick around. Um, you could play like that new Dragon Ball game is almost positively gonna be unless they just fuck it up somehow, which is pretty unlikely. It's probably gonna be a serious thing for a long time. Um, so I just don't see a real reason to play Street Fighter 5. Like it just is very like it's such a dry game and like I don't think the people that play it even like it. I'm sure there's some people that do, but yeah, I mean, people should talk it and play it, and that's fine because I should talk Street Fighter 4 a lot too. Even though I enjoyed it, there were a lot of problems with that game, but like Street Fighter 5, it's one thing that like really kind of falls apart at higher levels, and I'm kind of echoing what other people have said, but I did feel like just from watching tournament play of it, I feel the same way. There's no real nuance to the combos or anything. So you have like any kind of if you watch like a Mika player, every Mika player is gonna do the same shit more or less. Like there's gonna be some variance, but it's it's not like if you watch like the difference between like Ayn and Rion, and Kai isn't even that interesting of a character. Like to be fair, you see a lot of difference, and you can see like stuff like FAB does with Potemkin is just like so cool, and you're not gonna see that with other players. You can see like huge differences in how different people play different characters in this game. But in Street Fighter 5, it's just like I don't know. You just everyone really is playing this. The tools are so limited for each character that you pretty much are forced to play the same as everyone else. Um, I tried to play Bison in that game. I liked that he could get a lot of frame advantage and stuff, but like ultimately, it's just the way you don't get not getting knockdowns is really stupid to me. That's always been something that I really enjoyed in fighting games is the way that you transition from neutral to an Oki situation. And I've never liked games that let you roll on wake up or do like having weird wake up options has always just rubbed me the wrong way. And Street Fighter 4 just kind of went all in on that. That sucked. Yeah. Now big problem with like I agree, Chinatown. I think Kai is interesting, but like objectively speaking, he's really not that interesting. Um, compared to the other characters in the game. If you like boring characters like I do, you're gonna think Kai's interesting, but most people think he's pretty boring. Um, like the thing. What was I saying? Street Fighter Five. I forgot. Oh yeah, but like I agree with you. This game does have an issue with it's very overwhelming. Having character specific combos is it's really cool when you've invested the time in it. But when you're a new player, like I almost just gave up on this game because of character specific combos. Not that I think they're too hard, but it was just like I personally don't. A lot of people really like when a game is new and everyone's like exploring and finding out new shit. I honestly don't like that stage of a game. I just want the stuff to be figured out to at least like a decent level, and then I just want to absorb it and not have to put in the time. So it really rubbed me the wrong way that I had to go into the training mode and learn like this is the specific combo you do against Soul in the corner after a Roman cancel throw. Like that kind of this is your dust combo. Like I didn't like learning that kind of stuff. And I think it's very off-putting for new players as well. It's one of the bigger faults of this game to me because I don't know that having all the really character specific stuff, I don't know that it adds enough to be worth it, to be worth the overall like the extra effort that you have to put in doesn't make it that much more interesting to me. I didn't believe in that combo. I thought the spacing was weird, so I was like, I didn't want to DP and have it not hit. The other, yeah, your offense is overwhelming. Lack of defensive options makes it volatile. Yeah, I don't like. I really don't like the stun meter and how quickly you can get stunned. You shouldn't. For me, in a fighting game, people shouldn't be getting stunned like every match. That's kind of ridiculous. Um, and I don't like how the throws work in that game. Street Fighter 4 had a lot of issues with throw because you could crouch tech, and it made it so that throws were they were relatively weak in general. They were pretty easy to cheese out of without taking much risk. But in Street Fighter 5, I feel like a lot of times when I'm playing that game, and don't get me wrong, I'm not good at the game. Like this is just my impression from trying it for a few weeks. But it felt a lot of times like when somebody was pressuring me, I just wanted to. I would just let them throw me sometimes because it was so much better than getting than risking like the fucking 60% damage combo that every character can do if they counter hit you. This guy's got a burst. I've got to watch out for it. Also super. So I'm going to try to do like stuff that can't get supered on wake up. That's why I kept putting those things out. Oh, thank you, Devin. Sorry, I'm struggling to keep up with the chat right now. Tomato O'Hare is a really I'm really Ramlethal is another matchup I don't really understand that well. I'm trying to get a little bit better at understanding it. Tomato plays Ram, and I don't think I've ever beat him, so he's pretty solid. I'm assuming. Dead angle? No. That guy. He was holding FD the whole time. That probably means he's not going to dead angle. Oh, nice overhead. I didn't need to burst that. I shouldn't have bursted honestly. I didn't need to burst it because the Faust overhead combo only does like it does minimal damage. Um, I guess the threat was the next mix-up, but I don't know. I don't think it was worth it. No, I don't enjoy watching Tekken 7 because I don't know how 3D fighters work. Um, Like I can't, I can watch any 2D fighter and pretty much know what's going on. But when I watch Tekken 7, I just don't even know what's happening. Like it's just a complete mystery to me. If I if I had more time, I would have learned it because I know I know it's a good game. I'm not saying it's not a good game at all, but I just don't have. I knew I wouldn't be able to learn it, so I just didn't invest. I didn't even try it. Ah, that sucked. The oil fucked up my spacing. Okay, I have to burst here, but yeah. I could have risked. Oh my god, he's so annoying. I don't know if you can hear my dog. Hey, stop it. Please stop it, okay? Yeah, come here. Yeah, come here. Yeah, 50-50 with crush counters is pretty much how I felt when I was playing that game. You know, it's like, do I want to take this negligible damage and let them do this get shitty Oki on me, or do I want to risk taking the crush counter? And sometimes they would I let them throw me like twice in a row, and it's a really shitty feeling to just sit there and say I'm gonna let them throw me. Like I've never played a fighting game that made me forced to feel that like to make such a boring decision. Basically, it's just like a fucking boring decision. Like at least in Guilty Gear, if you're gonna the throws are there's such more like of a hard commitment in this game, and then to get out of a throw, you usually are like doing something instead of just like teching. It just makes it a lot more interesting. I don't know anything now, man. I don't know anything about Tekken. Like the the thing with Tekken is like it's just the 3D fighters are just too alien to me. I don't know. I just don't. You know how it is when you watch a game that you don't understand at all, like a genre you don't understand. Like if you don't play Overwatch and you don't even play FPS games that much, and you watch an Overwatch match, you pretty much have no clue what's happening. That's kind of what it's like when I watch Tekken. I tried to watch it at Evo because Evo is like the most hype time you can watch it, and I just was like falling asleep because I just didn't know what was going on. People would dumpster you. I mean, like the thing with Guilty Gear is, I don't know. You really just have to. My biggest issue with playing Guilty Gear online, at least, was I felt like it was really I didn't like how the lobby system worked at first. So I often felt like I felt like I was just aimlessly wandering around trying to find someone to play. And I think also I was on PS3, which hurt. Um, it felt like I never got a good match, and when I did, it felt like I didn't get to play long enough. Like they would leave, or the lobby would disband, or whatever. I fucking hate that command grab so much. That was unsafe. I didn't punish it. I wasn't paying attention to this guy when he was playing the other one, so I don't know if he likes to wake up super or not. I always assume people like to wake up super though, just because most people tend to. I know I take not doing wake up super to an extreme that most people don't usually. I won't never do it, but like especially if I'm playing someone good, I really don't like to do it as like a guess, unless it's like a really good reason that I'm guessing that it's gonna work. I should have done 5H. My Faust, I didn't really have time to play him again, so like I knew I was only gonna be able to stream like one more time, so I didn't want to do it again. But I was having fun with it. I'd like to play him. as like a side character or something. But I did feel though like when I first started playing this game, I made a decision that I was only going to play one character. This is bad. Okay, he's gonna come out and bite me or something. Here we go. Oh, we didn't block. You gotta block, man. So like, when I first started playing Street Fighter 4, I initially made that same decision. I said I'm just gonna play one character because that's what most. It used to be that's what Japanese players did. They only played one character. More recently, like in Street Fighter 4, you got a lot of Japanese players like playing a lot of different characters. I think part of it was just because Street Fighter 4 was pretty easy in general. But like I made a decision on this game to just play once because I knew I would to actually get good. For me personally, like I don't learn characters very quickly. It takes me a lot of work, and if I played more than one, it would just I would play two characters mediocre instead of like one character decent. Dropping some frames here, it feels like. There's a weird dynamic here with the Oki against Faust because he can crouch under it. Um, I've never quite found out what the answer to that is. I tried the 5P anti-air. Well, I could combo that maybe. That was really nice 2H. I thought that was gonna happen. I feel like I should have won that one. This guy's Faust is good though. I just like this is one of those Faust is one of those weird characters where you really do need some more matchup specific knowledge to beat him, and I don't really. There's some really weird stuff you can do, like if you hit a 2D on him, you can jump cancel into a combo, but I don't think that's actually good. The problem I'm having though is like I think I can combo into maybe I should just combo into stun whipper because when I combo into like charge stun edge, he can just low profile it. Sometimes it works out where I can just like hit him low with like 2S because I know he's gonna low profile it, but that doesn't make sense, does it? What am I? No, like I can I don't know. I don't really know what the answer is. Like a lot of Fausts don't low profile it and they just block the thing, so it's like uh stories like I don't know. I kind of don't want to, like a lot of times when something's funny, it's because it's at someone's expense, and I know people in real life that know my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm just talking quieter, I think. All right, I'm gonna try one here. Oh, that meteor, Jesus Christ! I feel like you're almost guaranteed to get hit if that against. Okay, so you got the best meteor and the second best meteor, and now a bomb. Went it overhead. It's too far. Okay, another meteor. Cold it. It's gonna combo too. Yeah. That's frustrating. I need to go in. Like the thing is when you can't let Faust just sit there and throw items all day because he's gonna eventually get a good one. But like you can't exactly bull rush him or something because he's got such good buttons and stuff. But once you do get in, it's a lot. It's like I mean, that's how you win. Fuck. That's a good frame trap. Oh, I should have seen that coming. I thought he was gonna do a regular throw. I was like waiting to jab out. Missed my slash input when I jumped in there or air dashed in. Jesus Christ. I'm terrified of a command grab right now. Oh, fuck, man. That Faust, that little vortex thing, like, I saw that coming and knew he was going to throw if I was too close. But I didn't realize, like, so my reaction was to just kind of stand there. I needed to jump. Like, I figured he might not go for it because it was so obvious. Like, I was thinking if I don't jump and he goes for, like, if I jump and he goes for 6H or something, I can just jump really high and do a fireball or something. But so I kind of thought maybe he won't go for the throw, but he did. So like I don't know. It was I think I should have jumped for sure, and just done a fireball or like done fireball YRC just to make sure I got a meaty. I guess I don't know. It was, but this yeah he's much better than I thought he was at first at least. Like his pressure's really solid and stuff. Actually, like a cool thing that happened with when I used to play Street Fighter 4 in China because I was in China for a year and I went to the arcade all the time. And there was this like it's crazy like in China there's like an arcade every like few miles basically. And so the arcade that I usually went to had some pretty good players there, but there was another arcade and it was like you had to take a bus for like 30 minutes to get there. And there was like the really all the really good players were there. And there was this dude named like Little Tiger and he played like a really sick Viper. And I could never beat like I could never fucking beat that guy. Like I played one time I think I played 50 matches against him back to back and he never I don't think I ever took a match off him. And then I was watching Evo and there was a guy named like Little Tiger playing on stream And they're like, oh yeah, like James Chan was like, oh yeah, this guy's from China. I tried to talk to him, but my Mandarin wasn't good enough, so it was kind of awkward or something like that. And then I saw him, and it was like, oh, that's the dude, and he was playing like Colin, I think, in Street Fighter Five. But I hadn't seen him in like 7 years or something, and then I just like saw him at Evo. And then I used to play like Brian F used to be in our scene in Street Fighter 4. He was just like this dude that played. We had these like shitty tournaments on campus, these like ran bats and stuff. And he played like on Xbox with the analog stick, and he just like always played Balrog. And then eventually, he just got like really fucking good, and I never could beat him again. It was kind of it kind of happened slowly, but we had like a lot more players from because he was originally from Miami, so every time he went on vacation or something, he was playing with like Flash, Metroid, and stuff. So it helped level him up a lot. But he was pretty, he was always going to be a good player. Like even when he wasn't super good, he was still really good. See, this guy's smart. Like he knows if he doesn't YRC, if he doesn't PRC there, he's gonna get thrown. And like, fuck, he still got thrown, but it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Yeah, Brian's really nice. He's like, it's like you hear a lot of people are dicks, but Brian's like a very nice guy. Fuck. Fuck. These, oh man, I'm just playing like, I just can't beat this guy, I don't think. The far S Roman cancel as like a pressure tool is so sick. Like it's one of those things that like at first glance just doesn't seem worth the meter, but when you see it happening, you're just like, whoa, that's sick. All right, I'm gonna like do this just because it took me like a month to get used to stick. I think my I was pretty bad on like it wasn't like I was really good on pad and then I switched to stick. I was just like shitty. I was shitty on pad and I switched to stick and it took me a month to be equally shitty on stick. Johnny, if you're like not really good at execution, you might want to think about it, really think hard about playing Johnny because um he's got the miss cancels depending on your like comfortableness, how comfortable you are with certain things might not be that hard. But even like when you're playing neutral and poking with stuff, you pretty much have to miss cancel every single move you do. So like if you're poking with like hard slash, you have to miss. You don't just do hard slash. You do hard slash miss cancel, and you have to do it into another button or something, and that can be really difficult to get around. Um, then like when you're doing his like even like pretty basic bread and butters, you have to do like jumping dust, missed cancel, jumping dust, and I don't really find it difficult to miss cancel in neutral, but miss cancel jumping dust is pretty hard. Um, what am I just spectating? I'm not lined up. Oh my god, how does that even happen? That's so annoying. Okay. Yeah, I'm always kind of weirdly on the fence about like when people ask about beginner characters. Um, sometimes I don't want to be the kind of person that says like, well, don't play that character. It's bad. It's bad to start with or whatever. I spectator bug them. Oh fuck no. No, no, I was like just observing. I wasn't actually lined up to play, so they just get to play again, and now I have to wait again. Um, but like when you're playing, when you're trying to learn the game, and you're playing somebody in Guilty, because this happened to me in Guilty Gear Reload and Slash when I played as May. Before Accent Core, May to do any combo like her most basic bread and butter, you had to FRC your dolphin, and then you had to immediately press hard slash. You had to land and instant air dash, and there was no time freeze on the FRCs in that game, so it was really pretty hard for a basic combo. And then after command grab, you had to do a jump install combo, and the result of that was that I ended up playing for like 2 years and I couldn't do my character's combos. Part of it was just because there was no like, I don't know. Part of it was just me being shitty and not just buckling down and getting it, figuring it out or something. But I do remember legitimately struggling to be able to do those combos. It wasn't like I wasn't playing a lot. It wasn't like I'd ever practiced them, but it really, really took me a long time to get that down. And I feel like when when I was playing like that, if I had just played a more basic character that could just get a knockdown with a basic execution combo and then play from there, I would have improved a lot faster. Because in a game like Guilty Gear, if you have a combo, if you drop your combo and it means you don't get a knockdown, like a mid-screen basic combo, and you don't get a knockdown off of it when you drop it, it's really going to change how the match flows, and you're gonna lose control of the match when you should be get completely gaining control. That was a bad jump. I knew he was. I could just like sense he was gonna use that thing. That's why I didn't approach. Fuck. I wonder if he was going for a reset there when he did that jab. If he was just gonna try to throw me when I teched. Oh come on. I guess he had meter. That made sense. That was frustrating. That all happened because our jabs clashed and he won. I'm gonna look for that Grand Viper again. If he has the meter, I'm gonna be really careful about fireballing or just doing anything really, like right now. God, he's jabbing out of that really effectively. It's frustrating. Come on. It does no damage, whatever. Fuck. No, this does damage. Who have you played as, Akeem? This co-player seems pretty good. Um, I feel like I'm not playing very well though. This is something that happens to me against like characters like Faust and Kum especially. It always just feels like I'm not playing well. It might partly be matchup, not being familiar with the matchup or something, but I'm not quite sure what it is. But it always feels hard to play optimal against these characters. Like I'm just never doing the stuff I can do when I against somebody like Soul. I do think that like I feel like a lot of times new players underestimate what will be or misjudge what will actually be fun. Um, when people say like Ryu, like saying Ryu is boring, a lot of people feel Ryu is boring, but like this is at least just my perspective. But I feel like Ryu, he can do everything in the game, and it's the same thing with like Kai and Soul. A Ryu type character can do everything. So unless you think everything in the game is boring, you're probably going to be able to have fun with the character. Like that's why I ended up playing as Kai because it's just like I just want to be able to do all this stuff. I don't. I mean, I guess he doesn't have a command grab, but whereas when you play somebody like the good thing in Guilty Gear though is like almost any character can rush down at least or put on pressure. There's nobody where you're forced to play like Eternal or something. Um, but if you play someone like Jacko or something, it can be you're really playing a weird angle on the game. You're not really playing what somebody who's playing another character is experiencing in the game. Johnny's pretty generically good, but the execution stuff can really, um, it can really slow down how long it takes you to really have fun at the game or to do the stuff that you want to be able to do. All right, cool. I know this matchup a lot better than the Cook matchup. Two H. I've said this a few times, but my my go-to thing against the grappler, I want to make sure they actually can punish me for jumping out of their throws. So until he proves to me that he can punish that, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm not going to sit there and block and let him command grab me unless he can show me that he's got an answer for me getting away from his command grab. That was scrubby. I thought it was a counter hit, so I just went ahead and did the full combo, but it wasn't a counter hit. Fuck. See, I should have just jumped out there, right? Fuck, I didn't combo. Hey, Complex. I see a lot of people in Discord recommend Jam. I don't really see it. I think she's really boring. Like, I think she is an actual boring character because she doesn't have neutral. Like, I like playing neutral. She has neutral, but, it's... I really dislike characters that have a really uphill battle in neutral. It just seems kind of lame to me. Ramlethal, I don't really understand how she seems super fun, but I don't know how she works. She's probably hard. I should have RC'd that immediately. I was waiting to see if it would two hit him, but there's like no way. He just does a cancel. Should have done hard slash CP. Too close. Fuck. So he can punish my backdashes. So I actually need to be at least mildly cautious against jumping out recklessly. Oh, that was a great 2H. I tried to throw it. So that was a fucking awful scramble. Wasn't I don't really feel good about that. I honestly feel like Faust is a pretty good I mean, maybe he's not really, but the thing with Faust is like you're gonna learn fundamentals as you play him. His bread and butters are ridiculously easy for this game, like his basic pogo combos. Um, his buttons are all really good. The reason you would struggle with Faust though is like the same reason I'm struggling with him. He just doesn't do a lot of damage and stuff. He doesn't have any really clear set play stuff you can do. So you could end up like just kind of being mediocre as like you're just doing mediocre pokes and crappy Oki. But at least you can execute the stuff usually. Like his FD for cancel stuff is kind of hard, but you don't have to do that. God, of course he didn't burst, right? Ah, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Fuck. Bad GP. I kept doing 2S in case he did, Grand Viper. Fuck. Look at the damage on that. That's insane. This guy's jab outs are so like clean. Like, look at this. I'm gonna just DP mash. Fuck it. It didn't work. He should have baited that. That was like clear. Oh, fuck. That sucked. Yeah, Leo's easy, I guess. Leo seems so boring to me. I mean, I guess it's going to be very subjective, isn't it? Like, there's never going to be a clear answer to what different people think is cool or fun or whatever, but it's probably is just the best part. Um, the best advice it probably is just like pick somebody you think is cool. I don't know. Another thing is pick a character and stick with it. Like don't be the person that's constantly in a character crisis and you're just always not sure what character you want to play. Like I knew a guy. I'll talk about him because I know he won't watch this, but he really liked fighting games and he hosted the fighting games like in our scene for a long time. And he was pretty like he wasn't good really, but especially at first he was really bad. But after a while he started to get pretty decent, like decent, decent fundamentals. And this is all in Street Fighter 4, by the way. I'm just gonna line up here, I guess. Hope I don't freeze them. And like he just, I think every month or so he was playing a new character. And if he had just stuck with one character for Street Fighter 4, I think he would have got really good. But he was always learning a new one, and he would get mad at it for some reason and switch to another one. He probably went through 15 different characters during the life of Street Fighter 4, and he never was good at one of them. God damn it, it's still low. Alright, I'll do that decibel boost thing after this match. I know it makes it more staticky or something, but it's better than not being able to hear. That was a bad. I shouldn't have DP there. That's stupid. This guy's pretty good, so I'm gonna talk less. God damn it. That was awful. I tried to make a conscious decision to just not tech when Johnny gets me in combos like that. It's just Yeah, sometimes you're gonna catch them. You're gonna get it. You're gonna catch them dropping a combo, and you're gonna get out of it. But usually they're just gonna reset you, and you're gonna eat a whole new combo. It's just not worth it. That's not gonna work. He's gonna throw soon, but I'm not. He should dash. All right, let me check the chat real quick. Leo. Yeah, you just have to instant block a lot, and I like to FD as well, and then just backdash. Once you block that shitty overhead he has, and especially if you IB it, you can just backdash out of his the next thing he does usually. Um, and that's all the shot I was able to read. Fuck. This is another. Okay, so when I'm teching, I'm trying to late tech so that they can't throw me or anti-air me right away. I'm also trying too close. But sometimes when I late tech, I get greedy, and I try to late tech into like jumping slash because what I'm trying to make happen is where I basically just come out with an instant overhead on them if they're just standing there. But the problem is like if they just anti-air, they're gonna counter hit and they get a combo on that. It's much safer to just late tech and not press anything. I don't like how he's blitzing. I just don't think it's worth it. I've mentioned this before against Johnny, where like he has so many burst safe combos. I generally just try the burst when it's mid screen and I know it's actually not burst safe, rather than like trying to risk. It's never that good of a payoff, but I'm not gonna try to burst during his burst safe stuff. Like I mean that sounds obvious, but sometimes that means bursting in a time that just doesn't look like a very good burst. That was bad. That jump was bad. I'm lucky they got away with it. I'm trying to just keep this grinder on him so he can't super me. Because Johnny's super is safe on block. No, if I bait it, I can punish it with a DP, but it's annoying timing. Okay, let me try that. I'm just gonna hold on and read the chat for a sec. Uh, I would never random select, man. That's nothing is less fun to me than random selecting in a fighting game. Getting a character I don't even know how to do the most basic thing with, and just floundering around. It's just not fun to me. I don't think you could ever be a random select person in a fighting game unless you know how to play the entire cast. I really don't give too much thought to picking characters. Just pick someone. Like they're all you're gonna have. Like if you like the game, you're gonna have fun. A certain character isn't gonna ruin the game for you. You're probably gonna have fun with any character you pick, especially if you're new. You don't really know. Like you think you know what your playstyle is, but you don't really know any. You don't have a playstyle. Like Your playstyle is probably going to develop depending on which character you pick. Um, Because like a lot of times when you're new, you're like, oh well, I'm a really aggressive player, and that's like what you're thinking because you're playing against your shitty roommate, and your roommate turtles all the time, so you have to be aggressive. Like I don't know, it's just you just really don't know, or maybe you can only do one combo in the game, and that combo requires you to anti-air, so you think you're a defensive player. Like I usually base my choice. I just watch match videos, and I look for characters that have stuff that I think is like fun to do. I don't really care about aesthetics at all. As long as the character has like a fun thing they can do, that to me is fun. I want like for me Kai. I like that he had fireballs and DPS. That's always a good thing for me. Um, I liked that he had good neutral game. That's also good. But like the main thing was I saw his grinder setups and I was like that looks fun to do. So like compared to somebody like Soul doesn't have anything equivalent necessarily to a grinder setup. I just I knew in a game like Guilty Gear I wanted to have some kind of tight pressure thing that you get to do off of a knockdown, and so that was like an important thing to me. Ugh, trying to Tiger knee too much. See, like when I'm talking about something that's fun, versus from when you're new to when you're like a better player. One really fun thing to me right now at my skill level is having frame advantage. And I don't think most new players can even tell when they have frame advantage, like intuitively. You know, like here, if I do if I do the stun dipper YRC or RC and it doesn't hit him, okay, it hit him, so I can't tell you. But when you do stun dipper RC, you have so much fucking frame advantage, and that is fun to just have frame advantage because you get to you're thinking how. Remember when Chinatown was frame advantaging me with that, and I was saying how terrifying it was. It's fun for me because I know how terrified the other guy feels. That's fun. Like, was this like in a new player room, Jag? Because like, see, you have some different types of skills, right? Like, so like, I have fighting game skill, I have Guilty Gear skill, and I have Kai skill. Um, my fighting game skill and my Guilty Gear skill can transfer over to any other character, no matter how shitty I am with them, to some extent at least. So even if I'm playing like a character that I have no clue, like a character that I don't even know what their moves do, like Bedman, I can go play that character in against somebody way worse than me and just do tick throws or like just do fireballs and like and I can still probably win. But that's not really all that means is that I'm way better than the other player, not that it's necessarily viable to do random select. That guy just must have been better than everyone in the room by a large margin. Not he was necessarily good at being random player. Alright, I kind of downloaded this guy a little bit at least. Let me see. I think Soul is also like pretty decent to learn with. The problem I think with Soul though is that his you have to learn a lot more specific combos. It's a lot like if you don't know how to do dust loops and stuff, you're really losing a lot, and they're a lot harder to do than the vapor thrust loops and stuff. But I think he's a pretty cool character that like can do everything. Wow, that sucked. Like that burst wasn't amazing, right? But I knew he couldn't. He would have had to hard bait that burst, so I just went for it. He hasn't done a single wake up super yet. Um, oops, I'm dead. I didn't realize 6 views plus 6. That's crazy. Gotta start spamming it. I thought he was gonna burst there. Yeah, Venom is, oh, it's -6. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. 6H? Yeah, 6H is plus as shit. I mean, oh, that was a good, 2H. Fuck. I could have supered there. Venom is, I don't think Venom is, let me change my sound setting real quick. I don't think Venom's like that hard, like, as hard as people make him out to be. But, I've also never played him. So like, charge buffering isn't really that hard. It's something when you play a charge character, you just kind of figure it out. It's not. You just get in a habit of holding down back during stuff, and that's all it is really. Um, it becomes completely subconscious at some point that you don't even think about it. I do think Venom, like, a nice thing that Venom has going for him is even if you can't do all the complicated formations and stuff, his normals are really good, so you can play a more basic version of Venom and still do okay. You can just learn like one or two ball things to do with your balls. That sounds like not what I meant it to sound like, but um, with your pull balls, and it can take you kind of far, I guess. I thought about going for a dirty throw there, because that charge stun edge wasn't going to hit, and so what I could do is like run up and throw him, assuming that he thinks it's going to hit. But that only works against like that generally only works when people don't know the matchup. I don't like to play assuming they don't know. That was scrubby as shit. It's lagging now. Hey Nina. My dog sounds like a Wookiee. Fuck. I could throw. Oh, I thought I could throw that. I guess he. To be fair, my neighbors are just like stomping around as loud as they can, so my dog's going crazy. that always hits. Good pressure from him there. Yeah, like my reasoning for telling people to play beginner characters or whatever is because the most, like, to be honest, the most likely result of you trying to play a fighting game is you're just gonna stop playing because you can't get good enough fast enough. That's gonna be the end result of most people who decide to try fighting games, is they're gonna give up after like less than a month because they burn out. So people put in all this decision making into what character they're gonna play, and then they end up burning out and not playing anyway. So my reasoning on a beginner character is, um, it's gonna increase the likelihood that you actually stick with a fighting game because you play someone like Kai or Faust, you're gonna be able to, with playing only like an hour a day and doing some training mode, you're gonna be able to land his pogo combos most likely in a match. You're gonna be able to land Kai's sweep into whatever combos, but I don't think you're going to be able to do anything with Johnny, and that's going to directly impact how much fun you have. And you're probably going to have less fun with Johnny. Like, yeah, in theory, down the line, you might have more fun with Johnny, but if you can't do his shit, you're not going to have fun with him. This guy should wake up super. I usually don't say that, but kind of forced me the DP right there. Yeah, I still have trouble doing microdash 2D also. He uses burst already, so he's kind of just stuck here. He can dead angle. He hasn't been dead angling, has he? Ever? Not even one time. Oh, never mind. Jinxed it. Oh, that was good misfire there. He needs to do more misfire. I should have OTG'd. Fuck. I thought he was dead actually. I need to feed the dog. I'll be right back. Yeah, so plus frames, like, the reason plus frames, the best way to understand plus frames is to think of a situation where you're against somebody and they have plus frames. That way you know what it feels like. You can't really feel it when you have plus frames until you've internalized what it feels like to have it happen against you. So like when sometimes when you're like when you're blocking this move, that's what it feels like to be at to be at frame disadvantage. Because you're kind of thinking like, shit, I can't press anything. I tried that. I should just fucking stun Dipper. I have so much meter, I just can do that. He doesn't tend to block it. Or bait it, I mean. He's just kind of like... Yeah, I'll try to play someone else after this one, because he's not really... He's pretty good, I mean, like... And here's another thing with Johnny. Like, this guy is quite good, right? He can do the, he can do his, like, difficult combos with pretty consistent execution. He drops the combo as I say that. But, he's... he needs to wake up super. He's just never going to do it. So he can do this execution stuff, but he's losing to me in ways that he really shouldn't. I would say, like, I don't think I'm that much better than him. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but his... you can be able to do all this complex... Like, he could do the treasure hunt combos and shit, but his like, decision-making isn't quite as where it needs to be. His neutral and stuff has some issues. And, like, you can grind out all of that execution stuff and still be behind on really basic stuff. And I feel like when you play... If you learn the game with a harder character like that, it can trap you into that more likely, maybe. I should have thrown him somewhere during that whole string, because, like, he just was blocking. He wasn't going to do anything. Good dead angle. Gives him... He went from being knocked down mid-screen to having corner pressure because of that dead angle. So bullshit. I don't actually know the answer to that, Ed. I do think when both people YRC, I've played Jake before. He doesn't understand. I don't think. I'm just gonna try another round real quick. Maybe Pies will play. Is he gonna play? Is he gonna play? All right. Yeah, I don't quite know how it works, but I do know, like let's say I'm playing against Soul, and he does his Gunflame, and YRCs it. Or, like, let's say I do a Fireball and YRC it, and then Soul has a Gunflame out. Okay, he doesn't want to play. Oh, they closed the lobby. But basically, if I see my opponent YRC, I can also YRC on reaction, and basically negate the fact that they were going to be able to punish me in the time slow. So I guess I don't know how that answers your question exactly, but if you do a thing to get advantage with YRC, your opponent can react with their own YRC to take away that advantage that you would have had. Okay, I can't join here. I'll spectator bug them, which is annoying. So I'm just going to go here. Yeah, I don't spend my in-game money because I don't care about the costumes or colors and stuff. It just accumulates. If there were a way to just spend it all at once, I would. But you have to, like, fish really slowly, so I don't do it. This is the Slayer I played a bit earlier. He was pretty okay. Like, he beat me a match. I beat him a match, I think. I don't know. I shouldn't be so critical of people that I can be. If I win 10 times in a row or something, I can be as critical as I want, I guess. But if somebody takes a match off me, I just shouldn't be too critical. It's not really helpful for me or the music. I turn the music off when I play. It distracts me. It's like so, that like drives people crazy. People love the music in this game. I'm just like, no, I don't want to hear it because I want to be able to hear the game sounds better. Oh, it's dizzy. Okay. I don't know this matchup very well. I mean, I know the general idea is she doesn't have a reversal. She has low health. So that kind of answers itself a bit. Don't let her get setups going on you. Uh, she has extended throw range also, so I need to back up a little bit more than that. That was nice for her. The God, I can't anti-air it. I tried the 5H poke. That was just not fast enough, I guess. Should have. I was close enough. I should have done something faster. She might burst here. No. Oh, that was. This is like you gotta get out of that. Can't let that happen. Fuck. That was so juicy. Hmm. Good throw. I was gonna dead angle, so she's trying to bait it. She's good. Very good. She tried to throw me. I think I was just out of range. I was a little bit worried I was too close. Lots of jump test. Is that what I should do, or is what she's doing? I think she's too high. Oh, okay, she didn't tech, so it worked out. I think there was a case to instant kill there. Because she had burst. I honestly didn't want to watch that fucking movie. Like, I don't think I had enough meter to get the fast instant kill animation though, so there would have been nothing is worse than going for an instant kill and not getting it. So I don't know. She could have come back from that though for sure. All right, this guy was unsafe, but I didn't punish it somehow. This guy goes for the bite a lot, if I recall correctly. And his neutral game is not. That was a blind. I don't usually go for slides like that, but I thought he was just going to backdash and I wanted to catch it. Fuck. Alright, that worked out, I guess. Dead angle? Yeah. Is jump toss the bubble? I thought that was a move. See, this is the problem with the Slayer players who rely so much on just doing specials to get in on you. You're seeing like my YRCs just catch him really not consistently, but often. Like, because he doesn't actually like poke or or try to do non-special stuff. You notice his entire approach is based on dandy step and teleports and stuff. I thought he was going to teleport. Unsafe. I got that full meter to do that. I think I didn't have enough meters, so I didn't get the fast animation. He's probably pissed off that I tried that now. Okay, yeah, I thought it was an input. Oh, but you're saying he did bubble and then 6H, okay. Yeah, this Dizzy is pretty solid. She's got some good, some nice, like, setups and pressure. I think her biggest issue is she, like that right there. Even though she's got good setups and pressure, she doesn't know how to, like, stop illegitimate attempts out of it. So, like, every time she's pressured me, I've managed to get out by just, like, jumping out or air dashing out. And she's not, like, actively trying to stop me from doing that. Like, her soft pressure, I guess, isn't quite as good. Oh, I'm dead. I did jump in dust. Yeah, that was unsafe. I mean, if I wouldn't study this guy to play Dizzy, like, he's pretty good, but I'm sure there's a better player you can watch. Whoops. Damn it, I could have done so much damage off of that. See, he tried to go for a throw there again. Like, he thinks I'm just gonna go in range and get thrown. I tried to IB that. It was like the YOC freeze really messed it up. Oh, nice bubble. This is gonna be hard to get in now. I respect that burst. I'm gonna get chipped out to death now. I didn't have any meter, so that just was gonna chip me. I guess I should have tried to just jump low, instant air dash in or something. Okay, my dog is just going fucking crazy. I'm gonna end the stream after this match. Oh, it's not me playing, right? I'll do one more match left. You just have to practice it. I mean, like, instant air dashes, you kind of just have to go in training mode and do it a lot until you can do it consistently. It's, like, pretty boring, but I don't really think there's any... You could potentially try to practice a combo. With some characters have combos where you have to instant air dash as part of the combo. That might help you drill it a little bit more and have it less boring, but I don't really, you know, it's just... And then movement, like, you have to be able to FD break without thinking about it. That can take a bit of practice. It's also very boring to practice. But watch a match video of good tournament players, and, like, you'll see in neutral that they are flashing green when they're running because they're FD breaking just as movement tool in neutral. They're not only using it to break before melee, they're using it just to space themselves in neutral. and that can really help your movement a lot. Yeah, Phoenix. I've considered like I have a video where I was playing Faust. I wanted to learn him a bit. I really like Sin. I think he's a really interesting and fun character. I just don't have time to learn another character. Yeah, for instant air dash, I just tap diagonal up and then I just push forward. Like I don't round it or something like that. Like round it on like a deep like a upside down fireball or something. I don't do that. I don't know if you can even do that, but I don't. So he didn't tech there, which was really smart because if he had teched, I was gonna throw him, and he got out of that because I didn't throw because he didn't tech. I forced a purple rim cancel from her, but unfortunately, not getting. So there, I knew she was gonna have to, if she was gonna tech, she had to do it really low to the ground. So I chased specifically looking for that. If she had chosen not to tech, I just would have whiffed 6p. Ah, fuck. That was me teching too early and not respecting her. I need to stop doing that shit. Yeah, Beak Driver is basically a fireball. I tried to play Sin for a few weeks. The problem was like I just couldn't. I couldn't do his jumping dust combos consistently, and like I had a really difficult time balancing eating food with doing Oki. It was really hard for me to do that well. And then the real issue though is just that oh my god, what's happening? The real issue is that like I can only really play one character. Like if I there's so much character specific shit you have to know. Even as an easy character like Kai, you have to know a lot of character specific, matchup specific stuff. And adding even just one extra character that you're trying to play, you're diluting that really bad. So like unless you're playing, many hours per day, it's really hard to balance that for me. Ooh, that was bad. I can't believe that worked. I'm trying to just like slither under her shit. Ah, that sucked. That sucked. He didn't even burst. Like, I was thinking at least he'll either take a bunch of damage or fuck. Like I said, I need to stop doing that. Instant air dashes. I need to use jumping punch to make that safe when I land. Good ice spike. Fuck. This is looking not good. Ooh. What was... I don't even know what happened there. East Coast against West Coast, I would say, is unplayable. Alright, I'm gonna do one more match since there's not another guy waiting. Oh, there's another guy waiting. God damn it. Yeah, I don't think it's playable. I don't... Like... I don't think it's ever playable in any game. People will say it is, but I really don't think it is. Like... it's just too far away. You're not gonna be able... You're not gonna have, like, good enough latency. Played it once. That is what I've played. I'm trying to remember who this guy is. There's two Fausts I've played kind of a lot. This is one of them, but I can't remember. I'm kind of confusing the two of them. I think this is the guy that does Wake Up Super a lot. I dropped that combo somehow. Yeah, that was bad jumping. That was a great burst. 3H. Yeah, I'm East Coast. Scrubby cross up I just did there. I tried the IB. Oh my god, that hammer. I'm happy from the burst there, because like I wasn't gonna get a knockdown anyway, and like the damage of that combo was mostly done. So like the most that did was kind of gave him a little bit of momentum. And I'm really looking out for reversal supers, because I'm pretty sure this is the guy that likes to do it. Ah! You switched to Kai just for this matchup. Who were you playing? Normal. Again, I did that combo because I didn't know if the close slash was going to connect or not. Yeah, I hate playing against Jacko. She, like, you have to just stay on her really hard, or you're just kind of like boned. You know, like once she has all that stuff up, there's not a whole lot you can do unless you happen to get a knockdown, or if she's like on you with her stuff out, it's like just miserable for any character, I think. I don't know. I don't think learning a sub for a bad matchup is worth it. I mean, it depends. Like if you, like I said, if you're the kind of person that can learn a character quickly, and you learn it, you can, you know, if you can do that without really messing up your other character, it might be worth it. But I just, personally, I just don't see how you could learn the stuff you need to and be. You're always going to probably be worse with that sub character, even in that specific matchup. This game, most characters in this game don't have so many bad matchups anyway. Like, they're bad enough to justify that. You know, like in Street Fighter 4, if you were Dhalsim, Dhalsim against any character with a dive kick was just like brutally bad. I could understand doing that, subbing out against like Rufus or something, but trying to chip me out. I should have OTG'd, fuck. Alright, this is really my last match, by the way. Yeah, Kai's forced to rush down against Venom also. And that can be really hard for me. that matchup. Because Kai usually is getting to play. He's getting to have an advantage in neutral in most matchups. So when you suddenly don't get to play neutral and you have to be the aggressor, it's hard to. Chip, I hate fighting Chip too. Yeah, he's really hard. I don't think that Chip actually has an advantage in neutral necessarily, but the problem is just that like you have so many. He can he can punish you for like pressing slash. That was a good YOC. Got her out. She could have thrown me instead of the other one. Alright. So I'm done playing. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, she could have thrown me for sure. She just didn't have the the game knowledge to know that she could do it, I guess. Alright, see ya. Bye.